Rise and grind, McAlester. Welcome to Harbor Mountain Coffee House at 224 South 3rd Street in McAlester. Come have a cup of joe with us and enjoy the show. You're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tannehill Furniture and Mattress, Reagan Auto, the PC Landing Zone, Bank First, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester. We're live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, as well as video streaming on YouTube. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, and tomorrow night your McAlester Buffaloes have their first road test of the season out east against the Poteau Pirates. We encourage you to make the drive as the weather should be great for a great night of football. Now, with all that said, let's welcome the head coach of the McAlester Buffaloes, Forrest Mazey. How you doing, Coach?
Glad to be back again. Already week 2. It seems like we were just hitting summer not too long ago, just hitting the end of the season, and now we're already in week 2 of this season. You know, it flies. It goes. The older I get, the quicker it goes.
Coming pretty much right out of practice, and notice the whistle was still around.
Yeah, we just had weights this morning, so I got straight from there to here, and we get with those guys through strength and conditioning and weights, and then we get them over here, and then obviously directly to school so they get their academics done.
So let's get right into it. 5th straight season starting off in the win column, 37-26 over Broken Bow. What was your evaluation of how your team played?
I think we played obviously well enough to win. I think we've got to learn to put the second half away and get things done. We shouldn't, you have 34-14 at half, and got the game well in hand. And really, I say well in hand. It didn't seem like we had it well in hand, but we did. But like I said, so that tells you how much better we can be on top of how we played. I think we played well at times, and I think if we put 4 quarters together of well-played football, then the sky's the limit with this group.
What did you think about the halftime adjustments from Broken Bow?
It's more so get the ball in Forrest's hands and let him run around more so than anything else. And then when you have to tackle a guy like that in 80-something plays, and you get tired, you don't leave your feet as much, and therefore he breaks more tackles and gets more yards and more scores. And so I don't know if it's so much as halftime adjustments as it was of us being tired and not getting off the field and on defense and staying on the field on offense.
Case in Washington Mazey, he's with us today. He helped spread out the field early with some deep passes and also some completions here. What did you think about the way that he played in the first start of 2024?
I'd like to see him be a little more efficient. I think the percentage, but we took a lot of low percentage balls, a lot of low percentage shots. We wanted to take some shots downfield against them. I thought they gave us some one-on-one matchups. Some stuff that we haven't done in the past is try to stretch the field vertically a little better, and we wanted to do that a little bit because we thought they gave us the opportunity to do that, and I thought we did a good job of taking advantage of that. And anytime you do that, take vertical shots, you're going to have a lower percentage in completions, whereas the horizontal stuff would be higher completions, maybe less explosive plays depending on your situation. So I thought they did a good job.
And one of those completions was to Brandon Smith early. Got the crowd up on his feet. It's a great way to start a season. He had 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, 117 yards. What did you think about his first varsity start at wide receiver?
Yeah, obviously, he can always be a special player. He's a good special talent, and he's a kid that's got dynamite in there when he lets it loose. You just got to keep him on track. Great kid. Like I said, great kid, great athlete, though. There's no – and he actually told us before the game he's going to go off and have a good game. So he spoke it to fruition. Like I said, these kids, today's youth across the board, they don't have a lot of confidence. And if you can get a kid to speak victory on himself and speak positive about himself, a lot of times those positives happen. If you got a kid speaking victory to himself, man, a lot of times it comes to fruition for him.
Another receiver that made a really big impact, and also on defense, was, again, Cleveland Williamson. He's with us today, too. 2 touchdowns, 1 on each side of the ball. Pretty good night on the gridiron, would you say?
Yep. 3, if you count the, PAT one, that was, 3 interceptions. But those don't count the stat. But overall, he did a great job offensively and defensively, something we've been waiting on him to do. He's matured up a lot in the offseason. So I think maturity goes a long way when you get a group that has young guys, older guys. I think maturity is a very important thing for this group. As they get older and get more mature in the season, then the things that you'll see from them are going to be different.
Now, going back to the defense, you mentioned Broken Bow's quarterback, Graydon Howell. No easy threat at the tackle, but the linebackers, and particularly Will Spears, had a really good game that people probably don't realize. He had a ton of tackles
24,
on Friday.
I think, 24 tackles.
I don't know what the record is, but that's got to be close.
Anytime a kid has 24, I think he's leading the state by 6 overall right now. If you think about that, I mean, you're talking about even Class A, where a lot of kids make 20 tackles a game, where they have an unbelievable stud. You're taking 24 in a 5A game. Special talent, special attention to detail at linebacker. Our linebacker, like I said, linebacking core is a good group. I mean, they're 3-year starters, 2.5-year starters with 5 for a hit. So those guys are seasoned vets, if you will.
So that brings us into the Scout Team Player of the Week.
Ooh, that's one thing it would have been probably last week. Honestly, probably. Who was the receiver that caught the balls? They all did a pretty good job. So it was probably, honestly, Ponce did a good job. Our line did a really good job. Offensive line. The offensive line did a good job of giving us a great look. So that's fun. I mean, the scout team was good, but if we were going to give a scout team, it was kind of the whole bunch.
Okay, and speaking of line, who is the lineman of the week?
Lineman of the week was Gunnar Pickett. Gunnar Pickett, graded out the highest.
All right, with that, we'll sneak aside for our first time out. This is Coffee with the Coach inside of Harbor Mountain Coffee House. We'll be back with player interviews after a word from our sponsors.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Nothing's working!
Wait! We're not cavemen! We have technology!
Are you a business in need of technology help? The PC Landing Zone specializes in device repair, including phones, tablets, computers, as well as networking installations and troubleshooting, cloud backups, VoIP phone systems, structured cabling, and more. Give us a call at 918-820-4188 for your local one-stop shop for all your technology needs.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is a proud supporter of our McAlester Buffaloes. As your hometown dealership, we're supporting and cheering on our Buffaloes every step of the way, on and off the field. Check out Patriot's unbeatable selection of new Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles, all backed by our exclusive Patriot Pledge, a lifetime engine warranty. Lifetime engine warranty. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, where community and commitment drive everything we do. Go Buffs!
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, where you'll find furnishings for every room in your home. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress has been family owned and operated for more than 34 years. Our experience and hometown service will help you find the furniture you've always wanted at the best price possible. Best of luck to the McAlester Buffaloes from all of us at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
All right, for those on radio, there was your Buffalo drive of the game in their 37-26 season opener win against the Broken Bow Savages last week. Beginning with 4:14 left in the first quarter, it covered 55 yards on 7 plays. 45 of those yards was from the touchdown strike from freshman Jackson McKinney to sophomore Brandon Smith, and it lasted 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAlester. This year's show is brought to you by Reagan Auto, the PC Landing Zone, Bank First, Patriot, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of McAlester, and Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress. We got Buffalo captains Kason Washington, Mazey, and Cleveland Williamson with us this morning. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so we're going to start off with an icebreaker. Not the same icebreaker as last week. We're here at breakfast. What's your favorite cereal?
Oh, Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles.
I eat it like every night.
So more of a sweet tooth in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles is good too. So Cocoa Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles. When I was growing up, Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Cinnamon Toast Crunch
is a
That's
solid
good
choice.
Yeah.
And if I don't feel sweet, it's Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes.
It's pretty good. I know it's still frosted. But
Yeah.
I eat cereal like every night. I have probably 7 bags of cereal on top of my fridge that I've just went through.
So
through the summer.
7 different bags of Cocoa Pebbles, or
yeah, like 30-ounce bags.
Yeah, he has an addiction.
So it's more of like the Costco buy in bulk type thing right there.
Yeah.
So follow-up question: would you consider cereal soup?
No.
No.
So why not?
I feel like it doesn't fit in the category.
I feel like I'm eating soup and I'm sick.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you look at cereal and soup, you just don't think.
See,
together.
I'm with you guys because I think soup has got to be hot.
Yeah.
And that's what considers soup, but other people would say differently. So let's go to football now. Both of you guys had stellar performances in the season opener. We spoke about it with Coach Mazey. How good did it feel to not just get the season started, but get it started with a win in the way that y'all did?
I think it felt great because I feel like this team had a lot to prove considering last season. And to start off with a win like that, I feel like we got to be more dominant and close in the second half. But I feel like the first half showed how good we can really be. And if we work on closing games and finishing games, I feel like we could the sky's the limit for this team. And I feel like that proved to not everyone listening, everyone watching the game that it's not the same team as last year.
Yeah, I feel like our coaches put us in the greatest positions for that game, mentally and physically preparing for that week. Scout team did a great job preparing us for that game Friday, and just to come out and dominate and just show. You see heads turn after they've seen wow, it's a lot different team than last year. They can see. I feel like they see a difference, and a big difference than last year. And I feel like we're going to be pretty dominant this season.
All right, we'll go back over to Kason here. It's the first drive of the season, and you launch one to Brandon Smith, 71 yards for a touchdown. It gets the whole crowd into a roar, and like I said, it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the night. Take us through that long touchdown pass from the time you got the snap, the time that you saw Smith cross the goal line. What was it like from the quarterback's perspective?
It felt great to throw the first touchdown of the season, especially on a big play like that to get the crowd into it. From the snap, I'm just thinking throw a good ball because I already knew it was going to be open because I watched the safety come down after the motion. I knew it was going to be open. All I was thinking was throw a good ball, and it was a good ball. I got there, and I let it go, and I just watched Brandon go under and go score, and it felt great.
I think you're just a little bit humble there because it wasn't just a good ball. It was a dart. That was a pretty good ball. Cleveland, you had about as good of a season opener as you could have. Again, I encourage people to go over to our Twitter page at Buff Sports Radio. We just retweeted an article where he is up for Player of the Week for SB Live. So we encourage you guys to go vote for Cleveland. Currently in the lead, but we need to keep it that way. Kason said don't, but
his head got too hot.
But you had a touchdown on offense and then a pick six on defense. Which one felt better?
Man, probably the pick six, to be honest. I remember after the pick six, I came to the sideline, and everybody was comparing it to Chaz's 99-yard pick six in Collinsville 2 years ago. And that's a big guy I look up to, Chaz. That's why I wear number 8, because that's just a big guy that I look up to. And I just felt great. Everybody kind of comparing me to a stellar athlete like that kind of guy.
That's cool.
And it was just all around. It was like a great feeling because, like I said, our coaches put us in the best position. And that shows, if you just listen – and you read the right things, you make plays like that.
But you were also sick leading up to that game, right?
I was. I was battling sickness all week in practice, and I just told myself before the game, got to find a way. Like, you just got to do it. You just got to be bigger than yourself at this point. Got to do it for your teammates. They're holding me accountable. Just because I'm sick, I can't use that as an excuse.
Well, I mean, that's part of the reason why both you guys are captains. I can see already right that. So being captains with that C stitched on the front side of your jersey, as juniors, how does that have to make you guys feel?
I mean, it makes me feel like I'm like more confident, but at the same time I'm not cocky. Like I know that I've worked hard, and I feel like I don't necessarily like I deserve it, but like I know that I'm probably one of the best people to be in that position of captain, because I'm gonna lead my team and show them that I'm never gonna quit on them. I'm gonna give everything I have to them every chance that I get. I'm always gonna give 100% for the team, and I feel like that's what you got to do as a captain. Like sometimes you got to give up stuff that you don't want to, and like be there at all the extra workouts, all everything, just to show that you'll lead the team whenever you can.
Yeah, that captain patch, man, it is a sight to see on them jerseys. They weren't there the previous years, and now they're there this year, and everybody's like, dang it, like it does look nice. But wearing that captain patch, it comes with a lot more than you realize. Like you get held to a responsibility way higher than everybody else on the team. You got to hold yourself higher. You got to do all the extra. You got to give up things. You got to give up being selfish, because you're a captain. You just gotta hold your team accountable.
All right, great answers, by the way, guys. You couldn't tell that this is your first time doing this, by the way. Last one, always a fun one here. If you were ruler of the world, who on the team would be your pick to be your top advisor? Kind of like your VP to your president.
Probably this guy, just because I've known him for so long. I mean, we've been like best friends since like 7th grade. So I've just known him for so long, and I trust him. I just trust him most of anybody on the team, because I know he's always going to give everything that he's got, just like I will. So if I had to control the world, I'd somehow died.
You want him to take over?
He's taking over for me.
Yeah, mine would probably be Kaysen.
I was about to say, if you didn't pick Kaysen now.
Yeah. Put me in a spot. Put me in a little spot here.
You made it easy. After saying that, he's like, oh, Kaysen,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, Kaysen, there's been times where, he's held me more accountable than anybody else that I know. And like you said, we have been friends for a very long time. Been through a lot of adversity together. We've been playing QB wide receiver duo since freshman year now, and now we're juniors starting on Friday nights. It's just amazing to be like your best friends just throwing you the ball on Friday nights and you're scoring and everything. So I mean, yeah, it'd probably be Kaysen.
Well, thank you guys, and good luck against Poteau this week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go. There was our Buffalo captains, Cleveland Williamson and Kaysen Washington. Mazey, you're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach. Don't go anywhere. We'll speak on Poteau next here on KNE.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Nothing's working!
Wait, we're not cavemen! We have technology!
Are you a business in need of technology help? The PC Landing Zone specializes in device repair, including phones, tablets, computers, as well as networking installations and troubleshooting, cloud backups, VoIP phone systems, structured cabling, and more. Give us a call at 918-820-4188 for your local one-stop shop for all your technology needs.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is a proud supporter of our McAlester Buffaloes. As your hometown dealership, we're supporting and cheering on our Buffaloes every step of the way, on and off the field. Check out Patriot's unbeatable selection of new Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles, all backed by our exclusive Patriot Pledge, a lifetime engine warranty. Lifetime engine warranty. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, where community and commitment drive everything we do. Go Buffs!
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, where you'll find furnishings for every room in your home. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress has been family owned and operated for more than 34 years. Our experience and hometown service will help you find the furniture you've always wanted at the best price possible. Best of luck to the McAlester Buffaloes from all of us at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, Reagan Auto, Bank First, Patriot, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of McAlester, and the PC Landing Zone. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, at Harper Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAlester. Live alongside McAlester Buffalo head coach Forrest Mazey, who needed to make a correction real quick after last week.
Correction last week. I said that Coach Eaton would have been the softest in Oklahoma drill, but I saw some film on him. He was a heck of a player. You know, I definitely got to go ahead, and the softest player would have been either Coach Barr or Coach Ball now. So the double B is the two soft guys. Graham gets off on that one because he was a good player.
All right, so there you go, Coach Eaton. The series is tied 4-4 with the first game going back to 1956 as we go to Poteau tomorrow night in LaFleur County. Pirates have won 2 in a row, while the Buffs are looking for their first win over Poteau since the 90s. That was the last time that they played Poteau before 2018 was 1993. And that was also when McAlester was in the same district with Poteau. That was 4A6 at the time. Coach Mazey, another year, another guess that play.
Oh, boy.
This one, now, I will say, if you get it wrong, I'm not going to count it against you because this is going to be the hardest, I think, guess that play that I've had since we've been here.
Well.
It's not a play that you called.
Okay. Let's do it.
We go back to 2018. It's your last season with Poteau. It's 14-0. Pirates are leading. Buffaloes have the ball at the Poteau 45-yard line.
For a touchdown. Only touchdown they scored offensively because the other one's a kickoff return.
Final answer.
Final.
Gosh dang. Let's go ahead and play it on
It's a post
YouTube.
to Martin, I believe.
You even got the right player. Yep. Chris Hilton to A.J. Martin.
I wasn't real happy about that because we could have shut the door on it, and I was really, really mad because I knew it was coming.
Yep, right there.
Yeah, see?
100%.
I'm still mad about that.
Dang. Okay, well, then I already told Nate yesterday when I picked out the play, I said, if you got that one, that would make up for anyone that you missed later in the year.
I still remember the 2 touchdowns, the kickoff return and that one. That makes me mad.
It's pretty impressive. Goodness gracious, there you go.
I remember stuff. It's weird.
Guess that play presented by Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress. So a lot has happened for you in the Buff since the last time you were in Poteau in 2019. Yeah. It's been a heck of a ride over the last 5 years, now into your 6th season with McAlester. So we'll go to a fan question from Chris on Facebook. A couple of other people asked us the same thing. What are your thoughts on going back to Poteau?
We're just trying to prep the kids for that hostile environment because they, as far as an environment for a high school football game, they probably put on one of the better ones for a high school football game. You know, you got the fireworks, you got the train horn, you got all that stuff going on every time they run out. The crowd's going to be large because I don't think they live stream or haven't in the past. So just knowing the environment and trying to get the kids ready for that environment and is the hardest part. So, like I said, getting ready for that, knowing what we're walking into it with a good physical football team.
On different occasions, your players have mentioned Poteau as a matchup that they've really looked forward to. I mean, 2 separate occasions during the summer. How dialed in has practice been this week for them?
It's been a good week. You know, I think yesterday, our Tuesday and Wednesday have been the 2 better Tuesdays and Wednesdays we've had, obviously, in a young season. But scout team really did a good job this week of trying to emulate that offense, that slot T offense, and which is hard to do. But they've done a great job. Scout team's done a great job. We've been pretty dialed in. Coaching staff's been dialed in. It's just one of them things that you know, these kids have been playing. They play these kids in junior high every year, 2 times a year. They don't get to beat them much in junior high, you know, because it's a physical ball game. It's always a close game. So, like I said, Casey's a little more personal. You know, he grew up with a lot of them kids over there, and I think they've been, you know, a little bit of running the head on some social media on both sides. So. Any game's personal, though. If you prep all week, I mean, you're busting your tail and sweating and bleeding and aching and playing, you know, practicing sick. Every game's personal, you know, so they're just happen to be the next one. All
right, now speaking more about football, you mentioned the slot T. What are the Pirates going to bring to the gridiron tomorrow night based on what you've seen other than just their slot T offensive formation?
You know, they're just diverse. They're a little more diverse. They don't have a couple guys. Like the last couple of years, they've had the Summers kid and the Collins kid they've really leaned on. And so now they're kind of a little more level. They kind of got some different guys they try to get the ball to. 3-year starter at quarterback with the Tekla kid, and so that was actually Kaysen's quarterback in 3rd and 4th and 5th grade. So, before we moved over here. So it's just one of them things that they bring a good experienced quarterback, some good experienced offensive lines. Their linebacking core is coached really well, just like ours is with Coach Odom. And so I think you just look at really they're kind of what I brought over here. It's very, very similar as far as their effort, attitude, toughness, and their belief. It doesn't matter how. I think we'll be way more athletic than them. The thing that they have is a belief in their system and a belief in winning. I mean, they've won a lot. They're like us. They've won a lot of the games the last 5-6 years. So when you match up a team that has belief, sometimes that's better than talent because belief means you're going to win. You're going to try and you're going to play 4 quarters. You're going to believe you can win. So I think sometimes it's just such a battle when you talk about mentality because it's two mentally tough teams going at it.
All right, and again, that's going to be kickoff at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. It originally scheduled for 7:30, so moved up to 7. Make sure you don't miss it. Again, in LaFleur County, Poteau, Oklahoma. We're going to take a break. Coming up next from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAlester, we'll have the rest of your fan questions for head coach Forrest Mazey. Don't go anywhere. It's here on KNED.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATM statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Nothing's working!
Wait, we're not cavemen! We have technology!
Are you a business in need of technology help? The PC Landing Zone specializes in device repair, including phones, tablets, computers, as well as networking installations and troubleshooting, cloud backups, flip phone systems, structured cabling, and more. Give us a call at 918-820-4188 for your local one-stop shop for all your technology needs.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is a proud supporter of our McAlester Buffaloes. As your hometown dealership, we're supporting and cheering on our Buffaloes every step of the way, on and off the field. Check out Patriot's unbeatable selection of new Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles, all backed by our exclusive Patriot Pledge, a lifetime engine warranty. Lifetime engine warranty. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, where community and commitment drive everything we do. Go Buffs!
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, where you'll find furnishings for every room in your home. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress has been family owned and operated for more than 34 years. Our experience and hometown service will help you find the furniture you've always wanted at the best price possible. Best of luck to the McAlester Buffaloes from all of us at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, Bank First, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, the PC Landing Zone, and Reagan Auto. Let's take a quick look at the broadcast schedule this week, beginning with the big one tomorrow as the McAlester Buffaloes have their first road test of the season against the Poteau Pirates here on KNED. If you're on radio, that's 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, and the KNED app. Back to McAllister's home for broadcasting on the radio dial. Kickoff at 7 p.m., pregame show set for 6:15. Radio only and video streaming near kickoff at McAllisterRadio.com. Then Saturday rolls around, and on Rock 105.1 FM, the 16th ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys welcome the Arkansas Razorbacks to Stillwater for an 11 a.m. kickoff. Pregame show is set for 9. We then have the Tulsa Golden Hurricane football program on the road against the Arkansas State Red Wolves on Cool 96.7 FM and 1400 AM. Kickoff at 6, pregame at 5, and we finish the night with the 15th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners at the Palace on the Prairie, facing off with the Houston Cougars on this station, KNED. Kickoff at 6:45, weird time for kickoff. Pregame now 3 hours early at 3:45. And with all that said, we have head coach Forrest Mazey with our final segment this morning, reading off your fan questions. If you ever have one, you can DM us or tweet at us any single time or message us on Messenger at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. Again, Twitter or X, whatever you call it. It's at Buff Sports Radio. Just have 3 more. So we had a bunch of questions. One was kind of jumbled up in the last one. 3 more questions for today. Starting off with Jeff. Jeff asks, what has been your all-time favorite game day coaching attire?
Man, I don't know. I like nowadays, used to be when I first got in, it was slacks. Now it's kind of the joggers. And so the joggers have been real nice. Mm-hmm. And now that everybody's gone away from polos and gone to pullovers, that's been like, so here recently, man, it's been great. You can throw on some joggers and polos, still look professional, and get out there and coach your kids up, and still have some comfort, and you don't have to look like you're going to a Sunday dinner.
I was about to say, what's your opinion on people that wear suit and ties still on the sideline?
I mean, it's great. It's a great look if it's not 175 degrees out.
It's true. Sam asks on Twitter, what is the biggest hurdle preparing for a new season each year?
Just the different kids in different places. And the new influx of what you got. It's just like putting a piece. Sometimes you got to fit you got to pound a square peg into a round hole to make it work. That's just the reality. You may have 15 square pegs, and you may have 12 square holes. So you got to figure out a way to get that square peg in that round hole. And sometimes it takes a little bit of work. It takes a little bit of maneuvering, and just molding the kid into what you're needing him to be for the team. And sometimes and that's the hardest part with today's kids is getting them to buy into the team concept, because you look at college, you look at pros, you look at Little League even, it's about the individual a lot. What is the individual kid getting rather than what the team's getting out of it? And that's why I still love football. It's still a tremendous team sport, because you can't win without 11 dudes out there. It doesn't matter how good your running back is. It doesn't matter how I've seen Tyler, remember Tyrone Swoops. Mm-hmm. He's a 5-star kid from White Rock, Texas, but his team was 1-9. It tells you it doesn't matter how good the individual is. You have to have a team of like-minded individuals that are willing to work towards a common goal. And really, that's the funnest part about being a coach is the wins are great, and we're trying to get these guys wins, but watch a team come together and watch them just to gel and come together for a win. That's what it's about.
I mean, how many times do you see you guys face D1 players throughout the schedule, and they end up going 5-5?
Multiple. Even lower than that. Tulsa East Central or Tulsa Edison will have a Power 5 guy, and they go 2-8. So it's not about the individuals. Sometimes it's just is it great to have one of those talented individuals? Yes. If you can get them to buy in, but you also have to get the team to buy in to that common goal. That common goal is the hardest thing to get to.
And our last one here, this one is probably my favorite one. Tyson on Twitter asks, NFL season starts tonight. I picked C.D. Lamb with the number 1 pick in the draft. He went with that instead of Christian McCaffrey. Have I made a mistake?
Man, you got Dak throwing to him, and I'm a Cowboys fan.
That's what I thought too.
Dak's going to target him, but man, I don't know. Yes and no, depending on the week.
I was about to say that they took it trying to go off the grain, it looks like.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick. I would go with either or. I think you're fine either or, depending on the week. I think CD's probably got a chance to go off more every week, but you also McCaffrey going to get his touches. It's 100% going to get his touches at running back.
Right, and he's old. Again, I guess if you're looking at it also, he's getting a little bit older in terms of running back years.
Yeah, and on top of that, they take it. There's some games you're not going to be able to run the football in the NFL, and that's the truth.
Right, and just to throw more under the bus, that's Tyson Smith on Twitter.
Yeah.
Coach, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
No, I know it's a long trip. I want to see them stands packed the best you can, guys. I looked up Friday night. It wasn't a bad showing, but it could have been better. I think the Buff Nation, I know it's hard. It's easy to stay at home and watch the live stream because you guys do such a great job.
Appreciate it.
But
we want everyone to be out there too.
Yeah,
it's better for us and everybody.
I always, my thing is, I'm there at the game, obviously coaching, but I always tune back in to watch you guys and see, the commentary. But man, I know the kids love to look up in the stands and see a full group of stands and a full charge of Buffaloes behind them. So I just challenge you guys to make the trip over there. If you want to see a great high school, honestly, and I'm going to be honest with you, and I hate that it's our opponent, but if you want to go see a great high school football environment, you need to go Friday night because Poteau does a great job. That community does a great job of putting on a football game. They put on a show, and we want to be there to stop the show.
Yep, and be there to be able to match that energy
right. We want to
Friday.
match that energy. They're going to have fireworks going every time they run out. Hopefully they don't score, or if they score, it's very little. They got that big old American flag off the fire truck. It's like I said, it's a great atmosphere, and I want to match that with our energy, our Buff energy, and go to work.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck
Appreciate
tomorrow
you.
against
Thank
Poteau.
you.
Safe travels. This has been Brandon Green with head coach Forrest Mazey. Thank you for tuning in, and until next week, same time, same place. Don't just have a great day. Have a Buffalo day, everybody.